so today's honest vlog is going to be about confidence. Now, it's kind of come up in some of my other vlogs briefly when I've been talking about social anxiety and depression and how that affects your confidence, but I want to concentrate on it a bit more today. I get a lot of emails and Twitter messages from people saying they want to do certain things but they feel that they're holding back or they're too scared to do it. I guess that's largely due to confidence and, you know, the fear of failure. And I totally understand that, but failure is a really important part of life, I found. Like, I've made a lot of mistakes over the last few years in my career and out of my career. Things haven't gone to plan, things have gone wrong, maybe I've messed up, but there's always something to be gained from that. And I found, although I haven't seen it at the time, it has happened for a reason and it has taught me something valuable. Something else has come along, even if that opportunity or that thing didn't work out. So you shouldn't ever be scared that maybe you've ruined everything, and you also shouldn't be scared to give something a go that might be a bit risky for you or something you're scared of doing, because it could pay off, and the worst case scenario is generally not too bad. It's one of those nature nurture things. I don't know whether some people are naturally born confident. You know, at school there's always those loud kids, the jokers, that would be quite vocal at school, and then there was the meek and mild ones. But then I think a lot of it is to do with how you're brought up and the people you spend time with when you're growing up, because according to family and people I met when I was a youngster, I was quite a chatty little thing. I'd go and speak to strangers, to everyone. And then even when I was probably a young teenager, I was a bit of a social butterfly. I'd go out all the time with lots of friends and things like that. And then slightly later in my teenage years, I definitely became a bit more self-conscious. I guess you're more self-aware. You start comparing yourself to others, what they look like, how cool they are, what they've achieved, how clever they are, all that sort of stuff. And I think that had an effect on how I felt about myself, and therefore how I projected and how I reacted around other people. So I definitely became more closed in. I also think, like, how your parents respond to your, I don't know, your achievements and things you do as you grow up affects that, because I come from a family where we were never like given too many pats on the back or anything. If, say, we did really well at something, we were quite understated about it. And I think some people are always told, you know, you're fantastic, you're amazing, you're brilliant, and they have therefore confidence in themselves and what they do. Sometimes though, obviously, that can go too far and they're overconfident. So in a way I'm glad that I wasn't brought up in that way, but it does mean sometimes it takes me a bit longer to feel that I can do something or realise that I've done something all right. I've always had friends who are quite loud and confident too, and I think if you hang around with people that, you know, kind of command the conversation, entertain, are the life and soul of the party, you often find yourself not being able to, sorry, windy pop, have your moment, your time to be vocal, to talk up, maybe have that joke that you've got in your head but you decide not to say in case it doesn't translate and isn't funny, and you have that cringy moment. And I think because I've had a lot of those really confident friends, at times I've got used to being the one that sits back and listens. And then over time you get used to that, so then it's a bit scary to be the loud one in a different group of friends because you're not used to it. I think also something that can really affect your confidence is relationships. If you've been in a bad relationship, after that is finished, you find yourself feeling low. You might find yourself thinking, oh, as something wrong with me, even though it was just not meant to be, or something was wrong with them perhaps. You start questioning yourself and your failings and your flaws and that sort of thing. But for me, being in a very toxic relationship with someone that was quite mentally, I don't want to use the word, but anyway, really cruel, I'll just say it was cruel. I think that has a long-term damaging effect on your confidence, and it takes a while to recover. I'm not sure ever whether I will fully recover, but I think spending your time with people that do appreciate you and encourage you and support you will help build that back up. But definitely spending time with people that are negative, you know, toxic, who put you down, even if it's in subtle ways, very manipulative people, that can have a really serious effect on your confidence. And it's not an easy quick fix to get back up to the point you were, or get up to a point where you should be. I think people presume because I do interviews and I do on camera stuff that I'm going to be super confident, or that I am super confident, and that's not the case. As you know, with like even Hollywood actors and things like that, you often hear that they're painfully shy, and I would categorise myself as shy. I put on a front when I see people, so I don't look like the shaky mess that I am inside. Quite often I'm churning in the stomach, you know, that sicky feeling. I sweat. I'm sweating right now actually. Sometimes a bit trembly, but I just go in and pretend I'm this confident person. It's kind of like an alter ego sort of thing. I think a good way to combat a lack of confidence is to go out of your comfort zone and do the things that scare you. And the more times you do that, the less it will be scary, and it will become something that you can do with confidence. Easier said than done, I know, but sometimes you really have to force yourself to do these things. Otherwise, you're going to look back on your life in a few years and think, I should have just done that. I wish I'd done that. And I always think it's better to regret doing something than not doing something, because it's very frustrating to have those sorts of regrets. So what else can I say about building your confidence? Okay, so just to sum up, I'd say surround yourself with people that are positive, that are encouraging, who are supportive, who are non-judgmental. Try not to beat yourself up if something goes wrong, you make a mistake, you do a boo-boo, or something isn't as high quality as you like. You're human, we all make mistakes, and you generally learn something good from it, so it's not the end of the world. 3, do something that scares you, like I just said. Write down a list of the things that, you know, terrify you and try and tick them off, almost like your year's bucket list of things that you've got to do. I guarantee the next year you'll be able to stretch yourself even further. Put yourself into those social situations that you're necessarily not comfortable with. I've made a point this year and the end of last year going out more and seeing people that aren't necessarily my closest friends, but people I like and would want to get to know more, but I've been apprehensive about seeing before because I thought, I've got to do those awkward first conversations, I've got to try and integrate, I've got to try and fit in. But doing that, it feels so great afterwards when you've had a good night, you've made new friends, you've got new contacts that are adding you on Facebook and that sort of thing. It's really nice to meet new people, make new friends, and that will make you feel better. Do the things in life that make you happy, because being a happier person makes you more confident. So, you know, like I said, write a list of things you want to do this year, whether it be travelling. Talking about travelling, actually, travelling is great for your confidence. I did a few trips on my own abroad, and I think knowing that you can do that, you can survive, you can meet people, have a nice time on your own is really good for your confidence, and it's good to know that you can be independent and you don't necessarily need a support network, even though it's nice to have that, you know, you can achieve things on your own. I think another way some people I know have lost confidence through their work is maybe having a boss that, I'm not going to say they're a bad boss, but maybe their style of managing you isn't suitable for you. And I know I've had bosses who have had a style that is very, I don't know, made you, they didn't encourage or tell you you're doing a great job, they would just nitpick at the things you did wrong. If you did well, they were almost jealous because they thought that you were trying to compete for their role, because they were a bit paranoid. And I think having a good boss at work, or good colleagues even, to help you on those down days at work and just tell you, look, you did good today, I think that really helps us. This is another thing that I think is key to confidence levels, and that is not to compare yourself to other people. We're all different, we all have different things going on inside, although some obviously cross over. We're all unique people, so therefore we've all got our unique journey that we're going to go down. Things are going to happen quickly for some, slower for others, easier for some, harder for others. But rather than, you know, concentrate on how well your mate's doing or how well your brother or sister's doing, whatever, just think, I'm going to do my best, do what I can, and be proactive, go for things, reach for things you want, and don't worry about what everyone else is doing. If you put in the work, your time will come. Whatever is meant to be will happen. It's very negative to concentrate on other people's, you know, achievements and things like that. I do it all the time and it just gets me down whenever I do it, so just try and stop doing it. I can guarantee the person that you're looking up to and idolising has got their own battles going on as well, and if you're doing it via social media, these comparisons, remember you only see a little glimpse of their life, so although it looked like fabulous and glamorous and successful and all that sort of stuff, they've got some tough aspects to their life too, so it's not this perfect thing that you're seeing. So like I said, concentrate on your own thing, you're doing great in your own way. And yeah, I know this all sounds very cheesy, like a bit hippy dippy, a bit life coach style, but honestly some of this really does work. And as I say this stuff, I know that I need to listen to this advice a bit more as well, because every day is still a confidence battle for me too. I know a lot of this sounds cliche and you know, like easier said than done, but coming from someone that does struggle a lot with confidence, some of these things really do work if you just stay at them. I'm going to continue to like put myself in social situations that are a bit scary this year. I'm just going to email people about work that I think are probably above me or that I think are out of reach, because you never know, you might be a perfect fit for something, and if not, nothing's lost. You know, you've tried, and I think that is key. Just keep going at it, and just remembering that the worst case scenario isn't never that bad, so you just might as well do it. Let me know how you deal with your confidence issues, whether you've got any tips, and how it affects you every day. I'd like to hear that. If you can relate to anything in this video, give it a like, and I'd love to hear from you. If there's any other videos about these sort of honest topics that you want me to do that I feel I can relate to in some way, I'll do it, so just let me know. Thank you, bye.